So we are in Penedes with Perril Noir from Clos Lentiscus, and this one is super cool. It is 2012, so it has an incredible amount of age on it. Yes, you can age natural wine. Um, and it's still quite light, it's only 12.5% alcohol. It is Carignan, which I love a Carignan, and this is a really lovely expression of it. Just a fun little side note, if you do love natural wine, which if you're here, I assume you do, um, Varietal is super famous for this in Barcelona. Nick and I used to live in Barcelona before COVID. And this was one of the first wines I had when I was there. Or, yeah, we had like 4 bottles because there's a bunch of us. And I think this was the bottle that made me fall in love with Clos Lentiscus, which is funny because he's known for his bubbles, but like I had a red from him first, so I still just think of him as a red producer. Anyways, that's tangential. But yeah, this one's really cool because it's 2012. And it's just tasty. So you can kind of see on the or with sight that it's older. You can look rim variation, and red wines get lighter as they get older. White wines get darker. So you can kind of see that it's fairly light, especially when you consider it's a Carignan. And then you can also see like the rim variation gets more stark. So like it's light, almost like clear looking on the outside, and then it gets darker towards as you go in. So that's also from age. So yeah, on the nose, smells so good. So it's like got this like spicy red fruit thing going on top, a little bit peppery, but also just like oh, peppery and peppery, if that makes sense. Like peppery like salt and pepper, and also peppery like a bell pepper. Um, it's like very juicy berries, like blueberry, but not. I was gonna say jam, but jam's not correct. It's just like really ripe blueberries. And then there's like this a little bit of salinity to it, but more than that, it's more like this like kind of savory note. I'm trying to put my hand on it. It's like maybe a little leathery, probably from the age. There's something else there that I can't quite put my hand around. Maybe it's a little licoricey, but there's a lot going on here. So you're probably not wrong with whatever you're saying. Also, few herbs like it's like a savory stuffed chicken smelling kind of like whatever, you know, like the like fixins that you put inside the chicken or the turkey. Let's try. Yeah. So it's still so fresh, even though it has so much age on it, and you're still getting so much fruit. Oh, that's the other thing with age, the fruit character goes away, and it allows these like secondary flavors to come out more, and tertiary flavors. Secondary comes from what they do to the wine. Tertiary comes from age. So it's almost like this like caramelized note to it. But again, like there's still really nice fresh fruit here. So that's how you know that like this is a wine that was meant to age and could honestly continue to age. The acidity is lovely, medium. Again, it's very good. The body is honestly way lighter than I would expect. I still would put it in the medium category, but certainly more on the lighter side, especially when we're thinking about Carignans. Not that Carignan's like a big, bold one, but I'd put it very solidly medium, and I'd kind of push this one a little bit further down. Maybe it was a little less extracted initially, or maybe the age is doing something here. I'm not 100% sure. The finish is really long. I'm still feeling it here. It honestly has maybe a tiny bit of like a medicinal note on the palate that I wasn't getting on the nose. But yeah, if you haven't noticed, it's just incredibly complex, really tasty. If I was to pair it, I still like it with like deeper stuff, even though it's kind of light. Like I like the idea of it with like stew, or honestly with like a prosciutto board with cheeses. It's just going to be really food friendly across the board. You could honestly also put it with your junk foods, throw it with a pizza, throw it with your chicken nuggets, throw it with your um, kebab. Like tasty. It's really good. Going to play nicely with everyone and aged and just cool. So hope you enjoy.